I wanted to talk about my trip to the Mayo Clinic last week. I also wanted to talk about what I plan on doing for the next 3 months. But first, that Mayo Clinic trip. I know I made a video last week from the Target Field, Minnesota Twins ball field, saying things went well. And they did. They went really well. But based on some of the messages and text messages that I got, I think they probably didn't go quite as well as what you're thinking. Listen, cancer didn't get in there overnight. It's not going to leave there overnight. This is going to be a process. So we started with a brain MRI. So the results from that back were basically it stayed the same size, and that's fine. The last time I talked to the neurosurgeon, he told me that if it stayed that size the rest of my life, no impact to me whatsoever. So, okay, we're good with that. Then we did a CT scan of the abdomen. So what it's been showing, there's some kind of nodule on my right hand side, and honestly, it's been confusing whether or not like what that is. The radiologist thought it was cancer, but like looking at the scans, like it could have been some kind of vessel. And honestly, this last set of scans, it looked even more like a vessel. So I'm not even sure if that's cancer, but regardless, stayed the exact same size. Now, as far as the lungs are concerned, I've got a small patch of nodules on my right upper lung. That's the same lung where I had that lobectomy on the lower part. Stayed the exact same size. No worries. On the left side, there was a group on the lower left, um, very small. Honestly, they might have even got a little bit smaller. The radiologist didn't even measure them; just classified them as a tiny tumors. So listen, I'm happy with that. And it's only been 3 months. But it's been 3 months with no chemo. So, the oncologist was expecting everything to grow. I didn't know what to expect. So I was glad to see no growth. So pretty happy with that. The reason that's pretty important. So, I do these scans every 3 months. The reason that's important, I know, hey, I'm good. And 3 months from now, I'm going to get another set of scans. And that'll be late July. I think July 21st, July 22nd, somewhere like that. But here's what I know. Like right now, the cancer is stable. My 5 year anniversary is coming up at the end of May. Like that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, I know what the percentages are, the survival rates. I know what they are, and they're really small. We're getting closer and closer to the 5 year mark, and I am ecstatic. So, we need to come up with a plan for the next 3 months. How are we going to get better? Not going to change much. Basically, the same stuff that I have been doing. So let's kind of go over that a little bit. Ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet. That's huge. Cut out the sugar. Cancer feeds off sugar. Don't give in. It's okay every once in a while to cheat. We don't do it very often, but I can tell you that when Lisa and I flew to the Mayo Clinic, there were some times where we had a burger. There were some times where we had some ice cream. We just don't do it all the time. Like that's rare for us. So matter of fact, like if you're trying to lose weight, don't cheat for the first couple of weeks. Give it some time. Let the body do its thing. You go on a ketogenic diet, I'm telling you, the pounds will just fall off. So the other thing I'll keep doing is the intermittent fasting. Just about every day I do that. I usually don't start eating until 11 o'clock in the morning. It's not a big deal. Every once in a while, though, like when I'm off, today I had a meal at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's okay as long, well, you don't do that every day. It's okay. Also, the 72-hour fast. I really think that's a big deal. I think that's a big deal for everybody. That's just a good way to like reset, um, just to kind of reset your body. If you haven't yet, like look some of that stuff up on YouTube. Like look what the benefits are. It's important. I know I've got quite a few people that are interested in maybe doing it at the same time that I'm doing it. I'm a little late this month. I think it's May 18th. That evening around 6 o'clock is when I'm going to start doing that. So that'll be a 72-hour fast. So, all it is hey, after you're done with your meal on Sunday night, you're just not going to eat again until Wednesday night. It's not a big deal. It's all mental. You're not going to die, I promise you. So yeah, May 18th. So in addition to that, I'm going to keep taking the same supplements that I have been taking. And those supplements are just to get rid of that chronic inflammation that almost everybody has in our age. It really helps with that. Maybe I'll list some of that stuff down in the comments, like the actual supplements that I'm taking, but some of them are a really big deal. I'm going to continue doing that red light therapy every morning. I'm going to be trying to use that sauna every day, and I'm going to try to improve the amount of exercise that I do. It doesn't have to be strenuous, but you got to get that heart rate up for 30, 40 minutes every day. It's important. Now, we are going to be adding some oddball things. I have been doing Fenbendazole. I've been doing that 3 days on, 4 days off. In addition to that, I took my first Ivermectin pill yesterday. Going to be doing that for 5 days a week. And I think on Monday, I got methylene blue coming in on Monday, so we're going to experiment with that. We'll see where that takes us. I'm also going to keep doing the vitamin C drips. I was doing that pretty religiously for every 2 weeks. Probably need to cut back a little bit on that because it's kind of costly. Probably going to take the month of May off and then hit that hard in June and July and go back on an every 2 week schedule. So that's it for now. Hey, another reason I like making these videos, and listen, I'm in no position to give guidance to other people, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of figuring this out. All this is me you guys are watching me doing a living experiment, right? Let's see if this thing works together. But one thing that I do like about these videos is so many people have reached out to me, and I apologize if I didn't reach out to everybody back. It's just overwhelming, and I've got a lot of things to do. But I'm learning from those guys as well. So keep those ideas coming. And hey, that's all I have for now. If you guys need anything, reach out. Thanks.